Alright, so what I wanted to do is take a closer look at this step of your project where you have to screenshot the graphs in order to prepare images to put into the movie. So the first thing you want to do is go to desmos.com, and you can either get to your graphs from your Google Drive or just from the website as long as you saved it. So you could just go to desmos.com. So I'm actually going to just pretend that I'm you and I'm going to this website. We're going to say we're launching the calculator, and you want to make sure that you log in. So if you not logged in, you want to log in, and you want to make sure you're logged in using your Google account. But if you do that, what's going to happen is all of the graphs that you have saved will be available for you right here when you click on View Saved Graphs. So all the graphs that I have made and saved, whether I saved them on Google Drive or not, are all here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what you could do for, let's say, vertical translations. So your Desmos graph itself is basically just a website that has the collection of all the graphs that you have created that demonstrate your knowledge of vertical translations. And again, you can use any parent graph. In this case, I'm using the parabola, which has equation of y equals x squared for the parent graph. You have some choices. You can get creative here. You can save one at a time. You can do one and then add more. So for example, you can, let's say, start with this one, and let's say you can keep your parent graph, so you can really have some flexibility. What you need to do first is you need to open the snipping tool on your desktop. So if you go to Start, and you should be able to just, on the bottom left is a search. If you just type in snipping tool, you should see the program right here. And basically all you're gonna do is you're gonna say I want a new, and double check that it's rectangular snip. So what it'll do is it'll basically save a part of your screen, and you want to be systematic. So I recommend going from upper left to lower right corner, and you want to save this. The easiest way to save it while you saving the screenshots is going to be on the desktop. I highly recommend naming them in a way that you understand that this is a vertical translation. So this would be my VT01. So I know this is my first image for vertical translations. So I'm going to save it. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to, let's see, we did the 4. So maybe I want to show this graph. So that would be my next image. So I'm going to say new, and I'm going to save this image. I'm going to save, and I'm going to call it VT02, so I know this is my vertical translation second graph. Then I want to display my 3. Nope, I'm going to keep my 3, and I also want to do my 2. Remember, we're going to put them back to back in a video, so it's very important to have a nice flow. You can always rearrange the images in your video, but if you do a better job in the beginning, it'll be much easier for you. So we're going to save as VT03. Alright, so I want to show my x squared equals plus 1. So I'm going to save that. And again, you can just do one at a time. You can do keep adding. It's really up to you, as long as I could see that you have vertical translations and you have at least 6 graphs going upwards and 6 graphs going downwards, and your parent graph as well. Okay, so this will be VT04. And then I want to do my -1. So I'm going to screenshot that as well. I'm going to call it VT05. And I'm going to come back here, and let's see, I did the -1, I'm going to display -2. So call it VT06. And I have 2 more, so I'm going to add this one. So we're gonna call it VT07. And my last one that I'm gonna add is -3. I was already here. So I'm just gonna add one more so we have it. I'm gonna add the 4. And that's gonna be my last one. So VT08. Okay. Now all of these are saved on my desktop, so what I need you guys to do is go into your Google Drive and upload them so that I could see that you've done them, and also when you make the video in class, you can actually have your images there. So you're gonna go to your Drive, and you are going to find your folder where you saved your project. So for example, what I just worked on was vertical translations, and right now it's empty. So in order to upload images that are saved on your computer, you're going to use this key right here. It's to the right of create and it says upload. So you can upload any files that you'd like. Now if you named your files in a way that makes it easier for you to see that they're vertical translations, you could just select all the VTs, which is all the vertical translations. A little hint for you: if you click on the first image that you want and you hit shift and then you click on the last one, it will automatically select all of the images that you want, starting from the first one you clicked, ending with the last one you clicked. So hit open, and it's going to ask you if you would like to upload and share. Remember that your school folders are shared with me, and also they're shared with the school district, so please make sure that you keep that in mind when you're uploading things into your folder. And you'll see a nice uploading menu that tells you what the progress is. Now what this will allow you to do is access these images from any computer, whether you're in school or at home, and also I can see that you've done your images when I look at your folder. So that's why this part is very important, to make sure that you get your full credit. Okay, so then basically now every time I go into my vertical translations folder, I will have my images. And you're going to do the same thing for your reflections. You're going to make sure your images are uploaded. Same thing for horizontal translations, stretches and shrinks. And that's it. So basically you're going to screenshot all your images. Make sure you have enough. Use the rubric to double check. Screenshot them and save them onto your desktop, and then make sure you upload them on your Google Drive. What we'll do in class is we'll use the images and create a movie, so if you don't have your images saved in Google Drive, you will have a hard time creating a movie. Music, again, you can upload, you would use the same key, you would upload any file on your computer. You can use your iTunes, or you can go and Google an MP3 music that's available for you and upload it, so then you can use it in your video.